and all present here. And today we'll directly move on to the topic and to know about the understanding of previous day session. Now I call upon Pradeep to recall previous day session.
Good evening to one and all. I'm Prathipa. I'm going to recall yesterday's session about character rigging in version 7.0. Wait, I'll share my screen. Is my screen is visible?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is will.
Okay. I'll go to Blender. For character rigging, for that I'm going to upload a new character. There will be no character in the Blender. We have to upload it from internet. I'm going to delete this cube and import a stickman character. For that, import and wavefront. See stickman object. I'm going to import that object. Okay. Uh, I think my stickman is visible. Going to decrease the size. Okay. Now going to place it in a correct order. For that, rotating, giving R. I'm grabbing it in an x-axis for the G-X, for G-Z. Okay, I think so. And G-Y in the Y-axis. I have arranged it in a correct order. Now going to front ortho view. Now placing it in a correct. Okay, I'm grabbing it in GX. Now going to add armature. For that, Shift A, armature, single bone. Before that, wait a minute. I'm placing the cursor here and Shift A, adding armature. Going to armature option and giving X-ray for a straight view. Now grabbing it in the center of the body and G, going to edit mode and G to extend. Okay, now giving E to appear another armature for the chest. Again one armature. For that also I am giving E for the neck one. Okay. Repeatedly I am doing for that face. Again E, giving for the face. Okay. Now I am going to correct giving a position for that. Right. Okay. Now selecting for box select, I am giving P, B. I am selecting this one and G and grabbing it in a straight line. Okay. I am selecting this face armature and grabbing it in the center. Okay, next one.
Sister, can you repeat it?
Which one?
That grabbing it.
Okay. I'm selected box select for the B. I'm selecting this one and clicking on G for grab select and placing it in the middle of the body or stickman. Okay. Now selecting the face or nature and clicking G for a straight one. Okay, and the neck
For the
part of the
second.
armature. Okay, neck, clicking G again and for neck and the chest one, clicking G and placing it here and here. Okay, G, placing it in. Okay, now it's correct to me. And going to front view. Okay, now going to leg armature for that. Right. Armature. I am placing the cursor here. Placing the cursor here and shift A, it automatically the armature will appear and clicking G to grab it down for the upper leg arm and okay it's enough. Clicking G and placing it in upper and now selecting the end of the armature and clicking E for another armature. Okay, okay, going to side view for that clicking 3 number 3 and again for the box select pressing B and selecting the whole or leg armature and grabbing it in the center of my the leg arm and selecting the end of the second or lower or leg armature and click pressing E. Sir? Sir? Okay, sir. Just okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Again, I'll go. Wait a minute. Again, pressing E for the toe one. Okay, I think so. I'm pressing the start one and clicking G for a correct position. Okay, I'm placing it in a correct way for the leg. I'm placing it in the correct way. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, going to the front view. Let's place in a correct. Clicking G. Okay, now let's go to the arm. Placing the cursor here. Okay, again shift A, automatically armature will appear and clicking G and placing it here. Okay, the upper arm. Again G. Okay, now E for another armature. I'll place it in the wrist of the hand. Again E for another armature for the hand. Okay. Uh, Now 3 for side view. Mm, okay. Now pressing G and place it in the correct and G for the end of the hand. Again pressing G in center. I will place G and placing it in the wrist of the hand. Okay. For top view, I am going 7. Okay. Now, and wait a minute. Okay, and G, I'm clicking this, placing this here. Again, going to front view for that numpad 1. Wait a minute. Place it in a correct order. G. Okay. Again, G. I'm going for 3 for the side view. It's not arranged in a correct order. Again, placing it in a correct. Okay. That's all right. Now going to front view for that numpad 1. Now, just I select these arm duplicate for that, pressing B for box select. I'm going to select this and shift D. Another arm has appeared. I want a mirror image of this arm. For that I'm using S R minus 1. Wait a minute. Sorry, S X minus 1. Now a mirror image of the left arm is appeared here. Again I tell you S X minus 1, a mirror image will appear uh, after getting the duplicate of the arm. Now pressing G and placing it in the right arm. Okay, now placing it in a correct order. Pressing G and grabbing it here. Again pressing G here. Okay. I'm going to side view. It's not in a correct. Yes. Placing it in the wrist. And this also G. I am placing it in the end of the hand. Okay. Now going to front view. Now let's go to the leg arm. For that I am using the same step used for the arm. Again pressing B and box select and selecting the leg arm, and for duplicate shift D and placing it here. Wait, for again giving mirror view for that S X minus 1. Okay. Now you can see it will be like opposite as the left leg. Okay. Now G I'm grabbing here. Okay. Now going to side view and placing it in a correct G. Again end of the one toe G and placing it in correct one. Pressing G. Okay. Going to front view for the numpad 1. Now I'm going to keep offset in the parent so that I just click shift for the clicking the left leg upper arm and right leg upper arm and the body part armature, and giving control just control P and keep offset. You can see a black dotted lines have appeared. Okay. Again, now doing this same step for the arms. For that, I am pressing the left upper arm of the hand and shift right upper arm of the hand and the chest armature. Now I say giving the same step, control P, keep offset. Okay. Here also a black dotted lines have appeared. Now going to object mode for the body parent. For that, tab going to object mode. Now selecting the stick man and pressing shift and same select as the armature. Now going to control P and selecting with automatic weights. Okay. Again, control Z. Now going to edit mode. Minute. Edit mode. And just click these two armature. I just made a mistake. Wait a minute. Sir, sir, can I take 5 minutes time, sir? I have forgotten. Again, I will present this. Okay, sir. At last, I'll present again, sir.
Sir, we'll move on to the next topic. Okay, sir. Thank you, Pratibha. You'll take time and come back after 5 minutes. Okay. Next, we'll move on to the next topic. For that, now I call upon Anand from third year IT to start his presentation.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, flexible.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
it's easy.
Okay. Okay. At first, let's start with the keyframes. Keyframes are the foundation of animation. If you want to, if you don't know about the animation, we might hear about the word frames. Frames are basically still images, and the still images are the foundation for the keyframes. Frames are basically still images, and the number of frames per second is how many images are shown sequentially. Sequence of frames. This is a still image. This is a still image, and this is another still image. This is another, and this is another. These are the still images. Each particular frame is the still image. Sequence of frames creates a moving image. This sequence of continuous moving frames will create a animation. In digital animation, if you mark the key poses, the software can often interpolate or blend the frames in between so we can get a smooth movement. Now the keyframes are blended because the main purpose of software is to blend here in Blender, and if you blend, we can create a twinning image which gives a smooth movement for us in animation. This smooth movement is also known as tweening. Keyframes are important. Without them, the software doesn't know how to tween or to move. Without these keyframes, the this Blender software doesn't know how to manipulate or animate this image. With this purpose of keyframes, we have selected the image and moved it according to its position. Without these keyframes, we cannot, or the Blender software cannot know how to change or how to move the object. Now I'm going to tell how to edit keyframes in Blender. Before this, there are three keyframe editors are there. One is the graph editor. This is the graph editor. Then this is the timeline, and this is the dope editor, dope sheet. There are three editors. That is a graph editor, and the dope sheet, and the timeline. They have the ability to manipulate keyframes. Timeline has a default workspace in the default space in the workspace. It is located at the bottom of the screen. This looks like a default space. If you want to resize or scale it, we can move like this. Next, first we should know how to insert a keyframe. This is a already animated on set a keyframe image. Now I open a new frame is opened. Now I'm going to change this. I'm going to insert a monkey here. For this, the hotkey is Shift A. Now in mesh, I have add a monkey into it, and I have scaled this. Okay, now I'm going to add a keyframe in it. There are several ways to add a keyframe in it. One is auto keyframe option. The auto keyframe option is the most used trend now. But there are many ways to add. Now this one, insert keyframe. We can insert a keyframe according to its. We can either set a keyframe by its location or rotation or scaling or its scaling size. Anything or it's a visual scaling. We can set a keyframe according to its this type of context menu. Another one way is this object properties menu. In this object properties menu, there is a menu called mode. In this mode, you can select it. This a diamond shape will appear. This diamond shape is the reference for a keyframe. Now I'm going to move this by pressing Ctrl G. A keyframe is added. Then now we can change the movement of the frames by either using the mouse or by using Alt plus scroll. If we have a add-on mouse, we can use it by the shortcut key Alt plus the scroll key, or else we can use the left arrow and right arrow for the movement of line the timeline, movement of frames in the timeline. Now I'm going to change this. I'm going to scale this. Now it's scaled. This also gets a moment here. You have to add here only, but in using auto keyframe we don't have the way to use this diamond pressing key. Next, by using I will by using auto keyframe. Now I have selected this object, and now I am going to use auto keyframe option. Now I'm enable it. Then move from here. Yeah, keyframe is added, and you can note the changes in the changes here. That now it's looks like a black screen. If I enable auto screen and a keyframe is added, it will looks like a different color. Yellow color is noted. For now, I'm going to add another keyframe by moving it and move this. Another keyframe is added by using right click, right cursor. Now I'm going to change this and then scale it now. Then I'm going to move and scale it. Then, or else we can use the spacebar for moving the frame in the timeline. Hotkey for inserting a new keyframe is I. We can use this hotkey as I. Then we can delete a keyframe by selecting the key and then press Alt plus I for delete it. One more thing is it has the ability to change the keyframe. Type is nothing. The change in keyframe color has certain proposals. You can note the changes in this color here. So you can note this different changes here. And this is the value we can edit either using this right move this frame in the timeline, or we can by use to move by using this value. The keyframe also will be set here, and the starting point and the ending point will also can be added here. Next we can change the we can look that all the keyframe colors are in the same color, that is yellow. We can change the color of the timeline by right clicking here and then select keyframe type, and then there are many types available. Yellow is for default keyframe and then blue is for breakdown. You can set a selected option here by for the breakdown box. Then moving hold is nothing but it looks like a normal keyframe, and the extreme is the most used point here because we can use for starting point and the ending point by using extreme, and jitter is for green. I'm going to change this color of yellow by I think this is the extreme point here and this is the extreme point. Now I'm going to change the both color of both points. Select that extreme. This point also going to change this extreme. Now you can know that yeah, shortcut key is also available for this also by scrolling over the timeline by pressing R. You can take some values for changing the keyframe color. And that's all about keyframes. The next timeline will be given by Pradeep. This is a simple topic. If you have any queries, you can ask now.
Bro, what is the difference between the different colored keyframes that you have
It is
showed?
it is not it will not make any difference in the timeline. We can use it for our purpose only. If we wait a minute, I will present. The main purpose is for ours only. We can is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay. The main purpose is we can note that this is the extreme point and we cannot we don't need to add any point after this. If we haven't noted this, we can also mark this keyframe here also. But if you have to maintain a particular point here only. 0 to 30, I think 38. Yes, 38 is the extreme point and 0 is the extreme point here. After this, I cannot add any points for our convenient only. We are changing the color here.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much, Anand. Participants, if you are having any queries, you can ask. Okay. Next, I call upon Pradeep Rajadurai from third year IT to handle the topic of timeline.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Pradeep, you
Yes,
can
bro.
continue.
It's
Yeah, bro.
visible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today our topic is about timeline. Before moving on to this topic, we have to see what is timeline. Timeline is how we, we, we view all the frames in your scenes, and it provides a simple tool to navigating the frames of your animations. Okay, let me see what are the fundamentals of timeline editor. To understand this scenario concept by creating a simple bouncing ball animation with this cube. Okay, let's select this cube and I will make subdivide it as a sphere by clicking Control and number 2. You can see, let's click Control and 2 for creating a sphere mesh. Okay, let me scale this. Now, before moving on to how to animate, we have to know uh, what are the options we have. This is, let us remember this white round button which turns on auto keying frame mode. Uh, its function to create keys for current frames. And these are the starting frame and this is the ending frame. Okay, let's start.
Bro, can you repeat that about the auto keying?
Yes, bro. This is a method for to make keyframes automatic. Just clicking on this, uh, I will explain it by make it as a step. While I clicking the auto keying, this is the auto keying switch. Okay. Now I just grab this over Z axis to make a ball is fall from top. You can see there is a orange color dot which represents the key is created in that particular frame. Okay, you can notice there is an orange frame. Then I'm moving to the 10th frame. Okay, now I just the hotkey for grab G and moving along the Z axis. Just notice. Okay. Now you can see the animation. The ball is falling to the ground. Okay. Let's make it and moving on to 20th frame and repeat the same process, but from slightly different height. Okay. And moving on to the 30th frame. Repeating the process G and Z for moving along that axis. Okay. And We have done it our wish to make it more realistic. Okay, that's all. Okay, now you can see our animation. Simple bouncing animation is done. Okay, then you can see that's our animation will be created. Now I'm going to show what will happen when we make a difference in this, when we modify the our image in this frame. It will totally modify our animation, but it will make some overriding. I can show that. Just grab Z and make it high. Okay, you can see before the before this modification, we have see a ball is falling to the ground and it will settle at the ground last. But from last modification, the ball will stay remaining at the air. Okay, let me make it as undo. Okay, now you can see the making modification at the current frame will make keyframe overriding. Okay, so you have to change the current frame manually. There are two methods to changing the frames. Just click spacebar or just click the left click and drag or right click. Okay, now this is our play simple animation bouncing ball. Okay, but you guys see there is some
Lay.
yes. Okay, shall we move? And this is the starting frame and we set it as a 1 and this is the ending frame and I'm going to set it as 60. By setting it as a 60, we have noticed there is a dark portion up to 60. By when I'm playing this animation, the animation will terminate after the 60 and it will make a looping over the animation. Okay, I can make it as a 55 to okay, that's all. This is our simple animation, but I need to make some modification. For example, if this frame I put it as a wrong, then I'm just click right click and press delete keyframe. That's all. And for hotkey users, just click X. Just delete keyframe. You can see the keyframe is deleted. And control for undo, control Z. Then for hotkey users, for deleting the keyframe is X. You can see there is a delete options here, delete keyframes. Okay. Now and how to duplicate this keyframe? Just as usual, we also know that right click and there is option called duplicate. Now you can see this is the duplicate portion of the keyframe. Okay, and the hotkey for it is Control plus D. Okay, now we have to move
Bro, can you repeat that?
from where, bro? Duplicate.
No, bro, the shortcut key for duplicating the keyframe.
Yes, bro. Just clicking Shift D. Sorry, I am noting as Control D, Shift D for duplicating the keyframes. Okay, is that clear, bro?
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Okay. Now I'm going to make this animation as sharper and sudden fall. Okay. By creating this, just use handle type. For example, I will select this. Okay, I will select two frames. You all know that to select two frames or to select multiple objects or frames, just click shift and left shift plus left click. Okay, and then I'm going to make a click, and you can all see that handle type, and by handle type I make it as vector. Okay. By making this as a handle type as vector, you all notice there is a sharp modification over there. You will notice that before adding this, there is no sharp and strong falling animation. By adding this, okay, let me stop it and select. I'm repeating the same handling type. Okay, just clear shift plus left click, and to going to the handle function, just right click on your mouse, and there is a handle type, and select vector, and you can see the clear sharp fall down animation. Okay, and you can see I have it was much faster. So if I am going to make some slow-mo animations, just there is an option. Okay, just setting it as 120. Okay, then frame rate will be. Now I'm going to select all the keyframes. Just clicking A to select all the frames, and yes. Okay, you can scale your keyframe intervals so it will make a slow motion. I will set it as here. Okay, now I will play by press spacebar. You can see the slow mo animation. Okay, this is where how to implement slow mo. There are simple two steps. Just click A to select all the frames, and press yes to scale the intervals of the keyframe. Okay, let me stop, and to see what is this, it will be stop clock button that will between the use of render and preview range of purview. By clicking this, you can see the dark orange portion between among the gray portion. It will indicate, it will not display in the render or any of the viewport option. By for example, I am setting this as 120 as a end frame. I make it as 55. Okay. Now you can see the orange, dark orange color will be occupied up to 55. Now I am just playing my animation. You can see the animation is terminated at over the 55. This is the about the stopwatch. In other words, it is called as preview range. Okay. Now let me, these are the fundamentals of the timeline. Okay. For example, if I am making an animation, but I am going to make some explosions over the animation. On that case, there is a specific frame for, I'm going to select a specific frame for timing purpose. For example, I am want to make explosion over the 60, and there are two methods to select a particular frame. Just drag and left it, or just type here as where you want, in which frame you want. I type it as 60 and marking it as 60. Okay. Okay, says that when I want to make an animation, just I click a tool called marker, and it will help you to make some animation to make with the specific frames for time purpose. Okay, just I'm clicking it as mark and lock marker, add marker. Sorry,
Voice is not audible.
sorry. Now it's clear, bro.
Yes,
Hello?
okay.
Okay. Okay, I repeat once. In case of I want to making an animation, but I need to make a specific frame for time purpose. For example, explosion in such a frames. Now I am going to add the explosion frame at this 60th. Okay, 60th frame. Now I am clicking this marker and add marker. You have seen that there is a small triangle portion is marking over the 60th frame, and it will mark as F60, frame 60. Okay, and by for renaming this marker, just clicking Control M. Okay, and I already told I want to make an explosion over here, so I have to rename. For this, I also add a blast or rainfall. Okay, just tap it, enter, double enter. Okay, now you all know that how the markers are created, and here also if you need to duplicate it or uh, change the position, just as usual we know all that, G to grab, and where you want to make it happens, I set it as 30 and it will make it as 30. And for duplicating we know that shift D, and there's explosion, and I make it in the 100 frame. Okay, and by scrolling the mouse you can see the frames are shrinking, and you can notice you can see the each frame by. Okay, that's all about markers. And while playing this, now playing it, you can notice there is a FPS, because for creating this there is some lagging, so we have to make some FPS. There are the frame rates 24, 25, 29 and 60 too. Okay, by changing this, the FPS of the animation will make smoother and more bouncy. Okay, and mm, just click the play menu and playback menu and see. Okay. And you all know how to know about the playback option. It will for a why we are going for the playback option, because to reduce the FPS rate. You notice that for in this case, our animation is in correct FPS. For example, if we make more frames to make an animation, it will shows in a red in color. In that case, we are going for playback menu. In playback menu, there is three options: no sync, frame dropping, and AV sync. And no sync. This is the option as a default, and it will play all the frames to make more detailing and uh, realistic. And this is the frame drop option. It will be suitable for the time purpose animation. For example, if we are using now we all see that we're using the explosions. For using the explosions, the frame drop will create correct frame durations for that. And AV sync. And AV sync is the full form for it is audio visual sync, and it also have the same functionality of dropping frames. Okay, now I am using the frame dropping. You are seeing that our animation is there, and by clicking N0 you can see the camera view, and by clicking N you can edit the view of the camera. Just make I am lock the camera, and it will make. Okay, that's all. Okay, now you all have to know, you all have uh, cover the fundamentals of timeline function, and you all can create animation. Thank you. Do you have any queries? You can ask.
No, bro.
No,
Uh,
bro, no queries.
okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pradeep Rajadurai. Participants, if you are having any queries, you can ask. Or otherwise, we will play the quiz now. We have enough time to play the quiz. Pradeepa, are you ready to
Ramya
continue your topic?
yes, can I continue?
Okay, okay, continue.
Wait 1 minute.
హలో సిస్టర్, నీకు క్విజ్ ఉందా? ఉండుదాం. క్విజ్ ఉందా సార్?
Deepak, kindly wait for some more minutes. Pradeepa will
Okay.
continue his talk.
ఓకే.
After completion of Pradeepa's topic, we will go to the quiz. Okay.
ఓకే.
Is my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, I have forgotten one thing. Before, wait, I'll go to Blender. Wait. After adding the image, sorry, the character of the stick man, let's go to cycles render and place it in a correct order and go to search option. For search option, you should click space bar, and we want set to origin in a geometric mode. For that, I'm going to origin ORIN set origin. Okay, I'm going to origin to geometry. Okay, uh, then I have stopped in this step, I think. Okay. After setting all the armatures, we have to keep offset. For that, first the leg arms. For that, clicking these right arm, upper arm, and left upper arm, and the body, and control P. I have already selected the keep offset, so that leave it. And same as the for the hand arm, selecting the right, wait a minute, selecting the left arm, and right arm, upper arm, and the chest as usual, and control P, and clicking keep offset. Okay, now going to object mode to get to parented with the armature. For that, I'm clicking the stickman and pressing shift, and the armature, and I just click control P for parenting and with automatic weights. Wait a minute. Okay, now let's go to pose mode. Now I am going to shake the leg. For that, I am pressing the leg arm and pressing R. Now you can see the leg is rotating as usual, and the left arm, and click pressing R. Now you can see the leg is rotating, and the neck or face arm, and R, and again I am rotating the head. So sorry, please keep in mind, after importing the stick man, you have to go to search option and going to origin. Before that, you have to go to cycles render, then making the correct armatures. After selecting the keep offset and going to object mode, after clicking object mode, you have to go to the wait automatic parents. Okay, that's all. In after the session, in next session, I will teach how to do animation with this stickman. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pratibha. Even you are having trouble, you tried. That's good. Okay, participants. Now we'll move on to the quiz. And I request Santosh to present his screen. Participants, are you ready to play the quiz, right?
Yeah, yeah, we are ready.
Okay,
Excited.
okay.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay. Questions were asked from today's topic only. So be ready. Click on the link provided in the chat box. I'll share the game pin in few minutes. Nearly 3 to 4 days we didn't play the quiz, right? So today we have the time and chance to play the quiz. Participants, I will share my screen through mobile. Okay. If you are feeling any inconvenience, means I regret first. Hope my screen is visible to you all, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Akka.
Ye-
Yes,
yes,
Akka.
it's visible.
Yes. Okay. Any one of you kindly acknowledge me after you all have joined. Okay.
yeah, okay, sister.
Okay. Thank you. And 35. This is okay. Join fast. Okay. See. Okay. Shall we start? Shall I log the quiz? No. No. Okay. After you people are joining, kindly acknowledge me.
It's a
Shall I log
mostly
now?
blind. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. I'm going to log the quiz. Be ready to answer. And the first question is, which provides the tool to view all the frames in your animation? Which provides the tool to view all the frames in your animation? It's the most easiest question, right? Answer
Yeah,
fast.
yes.
Okay, 23. Okay, good, good, good. Let's see the scoreboard. Surya. Okay, good. And the next question is, which key is used to play your animation? Which key is used to play your animation? Which key is used to play your animation? Spacebar, click the play button, both, none of this. Well, okay. Both of the spacebar and the play button is used to play your animation. Okay. Remember this one. And we'll move on to the scoreboard. Dev comes first. Gavya is in the second position. Harini in the third. And the next question is key for delete keyframe. Key for deleting the keyframe. Key for deleting the keyframe. And your options are D, X, K, F. Okay, X. X is the answer, and 28 of you have given the answer correctly. Again, Dev in the first position, Gavya in the second, and Master. I don't know the real name of Master. Okay, next, hotkey for marker. And your next question is hotkey for marker. M, enter, K, R. Options are M, enter, K, R. Okay, M is the answer, and many of you have given the answer correctly. Again, Dev in the first, the same scoreboard, right? Okay, the next question is which is the foundation of animation? Which is the foundation of animation? Keyframes, key points, key or point? Keyframes, key points, key or point? You have 5 seconds only. Answer fast. Keyframes. Yeah, good. 32 of you have answered correctly. Again, the same scoreboard. Okay, good. How many keyframe editors are there? How many keyframe editors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Think before you answer. How many keyframe editors are there? Yeah, it's 12. Okay. The answer is 3, and 12 of you have answered correctly. Okay, good. Gavya comes to the first position, Surya in the second, and Dev in the third. Symbol indicated in keyframe. Next question is symbol indicated in keyframe. Diamond, square, dot, star. First option is diamond, second is square, third is dot, and the fourth one is star. Diamond, yeah, good. Again, the same scoreboard. Okay, next question. Shortcut key for adjusting timeline. Shortcut key for adjusting timeline. Shift plus scroll, control plus scroll, alt plus scroll, none of these. Forty answers. Okay, good. 7. 7 of you have answered correctly. Okay, remember this one. And the answer is alt plus scroll wheel. Okay. And your last question is what are the keyframe editors in Blender? Graph editor, dope sheet, timeline, all the above. Graph editor, dope sheet, timeline, all the above. 33 answers, 34. Okay, good. Answer fast. Okay, good. Super. 30 of you have answered correctly. Okay, let's see the final scoreboard. Gavya in the first position, Surya in the second, and Dev in the third. Congratulations to the winners and appreciation to all the participants. Okay. Hope you guys have learned and enjoyed today's session. And if you are having any queries, you can also ask now, or otherwise we'll wind up our session. Participants, if you have any feedback, means you can also tell us the feedback.